back to the Buddy Martin Show. I'm here with Toombs County High School head coach Buddy Martin, and Coach Martin, it's good to be back. We intended to talk to each other the next week about playing Swainsboro and everything, but that didn't come to pass because of the hurricane. We've been dealing with effects from that for the last couple of weeks, but we're ready to go again this Friday against Savannah Country Day. So can you talk a little bit about the journey that you had with your team during the time that we were out of school, how all of that turned out, and then we'll go into Savannah Country Day a little bit later on.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's obviously devastating storm, right? I mean, I think, and what's, I don't know, I guess kind of crazy for me is, I grew up in Florida, and I've, a lot of hurricanes come through, and it seems like every year you're dealing with one, preparing for one, and never been a part of one with such destruction as this one left. And probably that has to do with there's a lot more trees up here than you find in Central Florida and all that. But yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was a lot of trees down at my house and our whole county. I mean, I think everybody's dealing with the same thing. The neat thing, though, obviously it kind of wasn't neat going through it, but as you get through kind of the first initial shock of that, and I just remember getting up Friday morning and assessing things at my house, and first thoughts were, man, I need to go check out our athletic facilities and just praying that there's no really bad damage, so. I get out and I'm driving down US 1. I get into town. There's just people that live in there out in the road cutting down trees, and pull over and help some of them, and end up making my way to the pit. You see the scoreboard. You see our big sponsorship advertisement sign blown over, and make our way. My wife and I made our way to the school, and you just see athletic trailers, and I think every metal building over here was gone, and then next thought is, man, let's start reaching out to our coaches and our kids and just seeing what we can do to help. And I think that's, having been on this side of it now, it's really neat just to, and we talk about our community a lot. You and I have talked about it a lot, just how we're so close and so tight knit, and we're a family. And from an athletic standpoint, if there's a Toombs County team playing, man, our people show up, families and friends and community. It's a time for us to really come together, and you saw that, right after that storm was over. People just coming together and working together, and we were able to get some athletes from many different sports to help give out food, help give out supplies that were needed. We had groups with chainsaws helping clear trees, and just a neat, as ingrained we can be as, with our schedules and what we have going on, what we have to accomplish, and trying to, push and perform at a high level. It was really neat just to kind of hit pause on that and really focus on serving others and how we can help others. And I'll say it again, man, it's just a blessing to be a part of this community and to see how everybody's come together. Obviously thankful for our EMA, our city managers and county managers and leaders of our community, all the linemen that came in, just a fantastic job to get us back up and running to this point. I can tell you, from a football standpoint, we're excited to be back on the field Friday. Our kids we were able to get some kids together that following week after the storm and feed them and get them up here at the school and have some food for them and check on them. And the one question everybody wanted to, I'm out in the community passing out meals. The one question everybody asked was, Coach, we playing football Friday? Well, we ain't playing this Friday. We're playing next Friday. When we playing? So, yeah, we're excited. We're excited to go down to Savannah and be back on the field this Friday.
Well, and we had to cancel the game against Tatnall. The next week we were supposed to be at Swainsboro, or at home against Swainsboro, and that would have been our first region match. GHSA gave us a little bit of wiggle room there. So what is the schedule looking like going forward for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, and you know, we communicated with Tatnall, and they were communicating. We looked at every avenue possible of trying to get that game played, and it just would fall on, you know, for us and for them. You know, we're entering region play. That was our last non-region game. You know, we had a bye week, which fell on fall break, which we were still, a lot of people here still without power, still had some cleanup stuff, so it didn't work for us to be able to play it that week. Didn't work for them either. They were hit hard too. And we looked at trying to play that, and it just really doesn't. You know, do you try to squeeze it in on a Monday where both us and Tatnall have a region game on Friday? Well, you squeeze it in, you get a rolled ankle, something like that happens. You have some issues now with the region game on Friday. So looked at all those scenarios and I don't think it's going to work, you know, to get that game in. So, but very thankful for what Georgia High School did. You know, with the original plan, there was a bye week in the playoffs during Thanksgiving. Well, what they did is they just pushed the playoffs back a week. So now that round 3 game of the playoffs is being played during Thanksgiving, which, like it always has been from probably the beginning of time. Which to me, I like that. I think that's a very special week for your football team to be out there on Thanksgiving, and just that week, it's just a special time for that football family to spend together. But so we added an extra week, so we took that Swainsboro game that we weren't able to play that week, and that's going to be played on November the 8th. So we're at Savannah Country Day this Friday, and then we'll play Vidalia at home next Friday, the 25th. That'll also be our senior night. Then we will go to Savannah Christian. You know, they play their games there in Pooler Stadium on November the 1st, and then we'll make up that Swainsboro game on November the 8th. And then, you know, playoffs would start that next Friday after that.
Looking forward to Savannah Country Day for this Friday. This is our first ever matchup with Savannah Country Day. Never played them before. We've never been in a region with them, and we are this year. And so, you know, that's an unfamiliar opponent for our fan base. What are you guys seeing in film, and what are you preparing for this Friday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good matchup. They're a very well-disciplined team, well coached. I think it's going to be it's a neat environment they have over there. I was able to go scout a game a few weeks ago, and they played Savannah Christian, and they had food trucks, and just a neat environment, kind of close knit, small. You know, but I think they're, you know, they have some good athletes. You got a quarterback that they kind of playing 2 guys at quarterback. One that's maybe your more traditional type quarterback, gets in there, throw it around. The other one's more of a runner, kind of a wildcat quarterback type guy. The one thing that stood out to me from the very start of the game that I scouted 2 weeks ago, and now having spent a couple weeks watching them on film, is how hard they play. Their kids play really hard. They play hard for 4 quarters. Doesn't matter what the score is. They get their money's worth in that 4th quarter. They get after it and play hard. They've got some talented players. Number 5 is a really talented guy. He's their wildcat quarterback. He's their running back. He plays outside linebacker. You know, last week they had Swainsboro on the ropes, and Swainsboro made a big play, a pick 6 at the end of the game to win 28-21. You know, defensively they play really hard. They gave Savannah Christian some trouble defensively. So, yeah, I mean they're a good football team. They've got some talented players. They've got good size. They're well coached. They're disciplined, and they're going to play really hard for 4 quarters.
Looking at the athletic department as a whole now, we have big things happening, finishing up fall sports. Softball's getting ready to start the playoffs. We had volleyball in their playoff game last night. And then we have winter sports just starting to do tryouts and start practice. So can you give us kind of an overlook of the whole athletic department right now?
Yeah, some really good things happening with our fall sports. You know, you mentioned volleyball. They had their first round state playoff game last night and came up short at Ace Charter, but real proud of we lost a lot with that group last year with those seniors, and knew they were going to kind of be, rebuilding a little bit. So real proud of them and the job that Coach Allen did, leading them this year. And I thought those girls, from I wasn't able to make the game last night, but from what the report I got was they went and battled, and won one match, but ended up losing, the series, I guess you say. But so yeah, very proud of them. Great season. I think that's the goal of any team every season, is just give us a chance in the playoffs. And so they got that. Looking at cross country, with storm damage, we have a unique opportunity that the sectional race was going to be held in Jeff Davis, but their course was so messed up that we've been able to move it here. That's Saturday, November 2nd. So we'll have two. I think we have Class 5A and then Single A Division I, which is our division, will be coming to Toombs County to run. So we're excited about hosting that. We moved another big race that Jeff Davis typically hosts, which is actually today. This afternoon we'll run that. Move that here. So we've got some good opportunities there. And our coaches and Jeff Davis coaches have come together they were out here the week after the storm, walking the course and moving trees and just trying to figure out how we're going to get our course ready to run. And they've done. Coach Moore's done a great job getting that ready to go, and thankful for all the work he does. And but yeah, cross country, we got some great opportunities there with some meets we're hosting, and big time season for our softball team. To go through the season region champs, be the number one team in the rankings after the season, those postseason power rankings. So to be the number one team going to the playoffs, you can't be in a better situation than that. So we host Putnam County Friday. That first game was a doubleheader. First game will start at 1 o'clock. We were able to, thankful for Putnam County and Georgia High School allowing us to play that game a little early so we can play it, and then anybody who wants to get to the football game can hopefully make the football game Friday night. But yeah, fall sports are doing great. Esports is seems like we're winning 2 matches every week, and I know how hard you work with those guys, and it's impressive to. I remember the first esports match I came and watched. I think it was 2 years ago. Just impressive to me how those kids, because in your mind you just think it's kids playing video games, but how they work together and how they're communicating and talking, and it's a team, and it's very impressive the job that our kids do there, and it's important and how serious they take it, and y'all are off to another phenomenal start. And like you said, those winter sports are kicking off. Our wrestling team is start conditioning. Basketball teams are going through tryouts and conditioning. Just excited to see about about how those winter sports kick off and start, how these fall sports finish up, and how our winter sports get going. Our middle school softball team won the region championship, and then our middle school football team is playing the first round playoff game today at home at the Pit, 5 o'clock versus Screven County. So a lot going on, a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of pieces, a lot of people, kind of maybe feel like they're playing catch up, after being out for 3 weeks, but a lot of good things have been happening and are continuing to happen with our athletic department as a whole.
Well, thank you, Coach, for being with us again this week. Be sure to get to Savannah Country Day this Friday. Get out to the softball game before that. And until next time, this has been the Buddy Martin Show. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Thank you, and go Dogs.
Go Dogs.